Buddies, welcome back. So, the video that I'm making right now is about a topic that is many people ask me, Vikas, can I buy a naked motorcycle and use it for touring? So, there are really good naked motorcycles in the market today, like the Triumph Street Triple, like the Kawasaki Z900, and many others. These two are my favorite motorcycles. So, I personally love touring on naked motorcycles, but there are pros, there are cons. So let me get on to this beautiful motorcycle and then talk about the pros and the cons of touring on a naked motorcycle. All right, time to make some music. So buddies, these motorcycles, the naked ones, most of the time they are known as street motorcycles. But don't go by the name. These motorcycles have a lot of power, and they are basically sports motorcycles without a fairing. So, can you tour on them and have some real good fun on the highway? So let me go about the pros first. That is, pros means the good things. So the good thing is, if you buy a naked motorcycle, it would be very versatile. That is, you can ride a naked motorcycle in your city conditions, city roads, and it would be easy to ride, very lightweight compared to big touring motorcycles. So it would be easy to park, easy to maneuver, and the same motorcycle can be taken to a racetrack also. Something like the Street Triple would be an absolute blast on a racetrack. And well, you can get these motorcycles onto the highway also, like I did today. I did a short tour for about 350 to 400 kilometers, and I'm loving it. So this is the biggest pro, that is versatility. Now, what are the cons? Cons are the not so good things about touring on a naked motorcycle. Number one is the wind blast. Yes, the moment you go over about 130 or 140 kilometers an hour, I know these are really high speeds. Not everyone wants to do those speeds, but most of us do those speeds when we get a good highway. So when we are riding at those speeds or above, the wind blast can be brutal. So you would have to tuck down quite a bit to avoid the wind blast, and even after that, some people cannot take it at all. Some people don't like the wind blast. I personally can manage the wind blast till about 160 kilometers an hour, and after that it gets a little difficult. For me, above 180 or 190, then that is the time where I don't like the wind blast. So you can definitely put a windscreen here, a short windscreen, but that can only solve the problem to some level. It will not become a fully fade motorcycle all of a sudden. So you would still get a huge amount of wind onto your legs, onto the sides of your arms and everything. So that is one big con. And next is the weight distribution of a naked motorcycle. A tourer, a fully filled tourer, or a fully filled sports bike, the weight distribution is 70% weight in the front and 30% weight at the back. So that way, when you do hard accelerations, like, see, these motorcycles are very powerful. So when you do, let me get to a better road and I can demonstrate that to you. This road is not good, it's very patchy. Alright, better road. So on naked motorcycles, the street motorcycles, what they are known as, they don't have the weight distribution like 70% weight in the front and 30% weight in the back. No, they have more or less like 50-50 weight distribution. So what happens is that when you do hard accelerations, like for example this one, when you do accelerations like this, the weight gets shifted from the front to back, and when you decelerate or brake, that is the time the weight is moving from the back to the front. And this motorcycle, because the weight distribution is kind of 50-50, the front end would not be as stable as a sports motorcycle or a sport tourer. So that is when the risk of a tank slapper, that is a front end speed wobble, is very high. So this is a big con for a naked motorcycle, because they have the power, but when we are accelerating them very hard, the front end is not as stable as a sport motorcycle or a sport tourer. And another con is that naked motorcycles don't usually have front end steering dampness. Now for you all who don't know what is the steering dampener, if you've seen a ZX-10R, it would have a shock absorber kind of a thing here on the front, or it can have it in between here near the shock absorbers. That is basically a steering dampener which stabilizes the movement of a speed wobble, a tank slapper. So if we have that, then by chance, if we get into a situation where the front end gets unstable, if the front end starts to wobble like this, see, this is what is front end wobble. The bike goes like this, you know, it's really, I should not be even demonstrating it, it is very dangerous. So a steering dampener would control it, and a naked motorcycle generally does not have a steering dampener. And because when you're on highways, we go fast, man. I understand we all break speed limits, but we all do it. This is the fact of life. And another con is that on sport tourers or touring motorcycles, they have readily available panniers. Panniers are the luggage boxes which can be fitted onto the rear of the motorcycle, two on the sides and one in between. They are a blessing. If I had panniers on a motorcycle, I wouldn't have had to put soft luggage bags, and I wouldn't have had to tie them up and all that. So panniers are very useful, and you can just go buy panniers and put them onto your sports tourer or adventure tourer because they are available. I know they are not cheap, but they can be bought readily. But for a naked motorcycle, panniers are not available readily. So you would have to put soft luggage, and as I said, it's a pain to put them on, take them off. You can't go very fast with soft luggage. You have the fear that they would come off, or they could touch the tire and they can get torn and all of that. So that is another big con. And what? And I guess that is about it. If you guys know any more cons or any more pros of buying a naked motorcycle and touring on it on the highway, fast touring, then let me know, buddies. Alright, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. I'm there on Instagram also. The link to my Instagram account is in the description of this video. Bye bye. Bye bye.